Hi, I'm Alex with Honest Mom Reviews, and I will be reviewing the eufy 5000 PA vacuum. As a mom, it is highly important for me to have a vacuum to vacuum up everything going on throughout my day, whether it's after lunch or breakfast or at the end of my night. I program it to do that. So I will be showing you how it works and some pros and cons of the vacuum. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of loud, but not terrible. We've had a different kind of vacuum, and I would say they're pretty comparable, except when this one rubs up against my walls, it's really loud. I don't remember my other one being so loud up against the walls, but for the most part, it does a good job getting around different things, different objects. As you can see, I have like different kinds of chairs that it can get underneath, which is super helpful as a mom. Okay, so whenever the vacuum's done, it'll come to its home base and back in, and it'll actually empty into this trash bag by itself, which is super nice. I don't have to clean this out, but maybe once a month. I don't clean it out. I take it out like this, and I have to replace it. So you do have to buy trash bags, which I didn't know initially, but it's actually really cheap for several trash bags, and you only have to do it once a month. So that's nice. It has this little brush to clean off different areas of the vacuum. And another great thing about this one is it does cut the hair off of the brushes, and so it will also suck up that hair too. And so I would say this feature is my favorite feature as a mom. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how it goes home and how loud that suction sound is when it self-empties into the trash can. So if you have littles, be mindful of when you do this. My kiddo has some sensitivity to loud sounds, so I tend to warn him of it, but it does do it 2 times. So then it'll cut the hair off and it'll do that sound again. Okay, so overall, I do really like the vacuum. I would say some cons for me is that it's a little bit on the louder side. We've used other vacuums that are a little bit not as loud, but it is doable. I usually just run it when the kids are down for the night, when I know that they're solidly asleep and it's not going to bother them. Another thing that I don't love about this vacuum is every once in a while it disconnects from my Wi-Fi for some random reason, and I end up having to like try to repair it. So pro tip, if that happens to you, restart, like turn off the power, shut it completely down, and then restart it, and then it usually connects better for me. So that's a con to me, because that's kind of an annoyance as a mom who's really busy. And then the pros, I love that it has an app that I can map out my whole house, and I can put no-go zones on the map, so the vacuum doesn't get stuck in places I know it can get stuck in. So I love that feature. I also love that it has the self-emptying feature, so I don't have to like remember to do it at the end of every night or every couple days. I like that it also cuts the hair out of the wheels or the brush, and so I don't have to do that myself. That's really nice. You do have to buy a separate little trash bag for it, but I think it's worth it. And so I would say with those pros, I would buy this again. I'd give it probably a 3 out of 5 stars. So yeah, overall, I like it. Okay, so if you found that this review was helpful for you, go ahead and subscribe to Honest Mom Reviews. I typically just review things that I think is helpful in everyday mom life.